Hello, welcome back to another mail day video. Today I have two packages that came in the mail from Amazon Italy, Germany, France, Spain. I don't know. It's one of the European Amazons and Amazon US. So let's get to the Amazon European package first. Already opened it up. Can I see on the side? Maybe it'll give me a hint as to where it... Germany. Amazon Germany. Okay, I was way off. The first one I have here is a Buster Keaton movie, El Fotografo. This is a Spanish Blu-ray release from Amazon Germany. Yeah, if you saw the last mail day video, the one before that, I got another Buster Keaton film from this collection. I don't know what this collection is. Edición Especial Restaurada. Yeah, there's no, I mean, is that restoration? I don't know, but this is not really. This is a bootleg, basically. It's on a Blu-ray disc, but it ain't a Blu-ray. It's standard definition. It's a DVD rip. I don't even know how it looks because I haven't opened it and checked it out. But much like the Spite Marriage Blu-ray from Spain, this is practically worthless as a Blu-ray. But it does complete my Buster Keaton silent film collection. I now own every single silent film Buster Keaton made and appeared in. So that's really cool as a Buster Keaton fan. Wish I had it in high definition, but there is no Blu-ray of The Cameraman yet. I didn't even mention that. That's what the film's called, The Cameraman. I love this film. It's about a guy who falls in love with a girl working at MGM Studios, and so he buys a movie camera to get into the newsreel business, but he really just wants to get there to kind of get into her good books and stuff, and it's a really, really fun film. It's kind of towards the end of him losing his independence as a filmmaker, unfortunately, but there's still a lot of the classic Buster Keaton charm in there, and some of the great moments. Has one of the best endings for a Buster Keaton film. Really love the ending of this film. There's a crazy sequence as well, with this kind of this gang war, just like massive kind of just guns firing everywhere, and he's trying to film it all, and he's got a monkey on his shoulder. It's brilliant. But yeah, just a shame that it's not actually a Blu-ray. And then the second one I have is kind of going along with the theme from the last video again, where I showed Finding Dory to kind of keep up with my Pixar Steelbook collection. This is to go along with my Marvel Cinematic Universe Steelbook collection, and this gets me right up to date from this film all the way back to The Incredible Hulk. So almost 10 years of movies now, which is crazy to think how far they've come and how they're pumping out like 2-3 films a year. And for my money, are still kind of nailing it. And of course it is the latest Marvel film to be released on home media, Doctor Strange. A glare there on the front, but I'll take the cellophane off and give you a look. Like all Disney steelbooks, from Disney movies to Pixar movies, Marvel movies, we have the kind of generic worldwide standard steelbook. I know that like the US have like retail exclusives like Best Buy and Target, where they have the spine, or the title on the spine, I should say. But these worldwide kind of copy and paste, one size fits all steelbooks do have generic spines. So there's the J card there. I think this has, no, this isn't the 3D version, this is just the one disc version. I don't really care about the 3D anyway. So here we have the front, really nice. I like the kind, I mean, it's a very conceptual design on the front. You don't see any of the characters. It's not really movie poster-esque, but I quite like the, it fits within the designs of the movie. But on the spine there, you just get the generic kind of logo. It fits well, at least within the the Doctor Strange theme. The back is quite nice. There's a debossed border, and the front is embossed on the kind of the eye thing there. So that's kind of cool. I haven't seen the inside yet, so let's take a look. Oh, that's kind of cool. We have the bog standard blue Disney disc, and some kind of ancient scripture on the inside. That's kind of cool. I like that. So yeah, nice steelbook. The thing with the spine is, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When you just got the characters' faces all along the thing, it just looks terrible. So at least it's not that. I think the worst one is probably Ant-Man, and I love Ant-Man, but that steelbook is probably the most uninspired. I think I have it here actually. If I can just pull it out of the shelf quickly without wasting too much time. Here we go. Actually, it's not too bad. The front is kind of cool. You've got Ant-Man there and the kind of the whole, but the spine is just generic. Just really, it's supposed to be like a hard drive, solid state hard drive, and just uninspired. When you look at the spine, like I just want to see what the title of the fucking movie is so I can pick it up off the shelf. Anyway, Doctor Strange, really enjoyed this one. Surprised me, it just looked like one of those, okay, the next Marvel movie. You know, much like Guardians of the Galaxy, knew nothing about it. Though Guardians seemed a bit more outlandish and potentially, you know, more kind of interesting. But this one was like, okay, you know, got kind of Inception effects going on there. You know, Benedict Cumberbatch, okay. But went in, really enjoyed it. Benedict Cumberbatch is great as Doctor Strange. Not that I know anything about the character, but I really enjoyed his performance. I kind of wish he'd kept his English accent, because I could hear it kind of slip out every now and again. As great of an actor as he is, I could hear the English every now and then. You know, great supporting cast as well, and yeah, I really enjoyed this. Just a lot of fun. Marvel, they know what they're doing. They got some secret sauce over there where they just keep pumping out these films that are just so enjoyable. I mean, there really isn't a Marvel Cinematic Universe film that I don't like or really enjoy. Even Iron Man 2, I have a lot of fun with that movie. There's not really, there hasn't been a drop yet, and it's been so long that they've been pumping these films out, so it's really impressive, and nice to have this one in the collection. I think this has a commentary from the director. Yes, there's a commentary, that's cool. I want to listen to that at some point. So there we go, Doctor Strange. The Amazon US package has 3 Blu-rays inside. We've got 2 Digibooks, which I'm really excited about. But the first one I'm going to speak about first is a catalogue release. Bare bones, bog standard Warner Brothers Archive Collection Blu-ray, but I'm really happy to own this film. This is a really special film to me. I first saw it in 2009, the great summer of VHS, as I call it, and I've told the story before, and if you heard it already, I apologize, but 2009 was a huge year for me. You know, I'd been in a funk for a couple of years, kind of depressed and down and just really despondent at some points, and 2009 just really lifted me up, and that summer was just so fun, just such a great summer. And at the end of that summer, I met Connie, and my life changed forever. So I mean, that summer is always going to be quite special to me, and emblematic of that summer was this movie. Because I would go into these charity shops in my hometown, and I would just, I mean, there were just wall-to-wall VHS tapes. You don't see that as much these days. It was like the library in Beauty and the Beast, just wall-to-wall VHS tapes everywhere. You could go in with like a $5 and come out with like 50 films. You know, I'd buy everything from the Godfather trilogy, which I watched for the first time on VHS in 2009, to, you know, Alanis Morissette documentaries, Elvis compilations, you know, cheesy B movies, romantic comedies, sci-fi films, classics. I remember there was Raging Bull, like a deluxe edition. It was like a felt kind of cardboard cover with a booklet. And the woman at the charity shop was really annoyed because she wanted it, and she was kind of trying to hint that I shouldn't buy it because she didn't realize that they had it in stock, and she just was really bitchy about it. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. One film I saw really intrigued me. I mean, the cover looked shit, but it was a picture of an actor who I really like. And I'm really like milking this now, but hopefully you're in with this story. A picture of an actor I really like, and he had this kind of dopey grin on his face, and I thought maybe he's playing a mentally challenged character. It's one of those kind of, you know, melodramas. And then on the back there's a picture of him in a wrestling outfit, and I was like, oh my god, him in a wrestling movie? I'm sold. So I bought it, I watched it, and it wasn't really about either of those things. Wrestling is a very small part of the film, and the character isn't mentally challenged. And it's based on a book, and it became an instant favourite of mine. And finally it got a Blu-ray release a year ago, and I waited for it to go down in price. It was about $20 when it first came out. It went down to about $12. I decided to bite the bullet and pick it up, and that might be one of the longest introductions I've done to a Blu-ray in a mail day video or an update video, whatever. It is The World According to Garp, starring Robin Williams. I love this film so much. It's one of my favourites. I don't think there's much point in opening it. I doubt there's any inside artwork, and the disc is probably very basic in terms of artwork as well. This is absolutely bog standard, probably bottom of the barrel, you know, release stuff. There's no extras at all whatsoever. It's just the film in high definition, and that's something I've wanted for a long time. I couldn't even find a DVD for a good price. Yeah, we just have the front artwork of the film on the disc, completely bare bones, but so happy to, never have I been so happy to just have a bog standard release of a film. To see this in high definition is going to be awesome, because I've only ever seen it on VHS. That's the only time I've watched it, is on that VHS tape, on a widescreen TV even, which was weird. But yeah, this is a great film. Robin Williams plays character T.S. Garp. and let me see if I can kind of give you an approximation of the plot from the back. He plays Garp, who is a sweet-natured writer whose life is a weird minefield of violence, adultery, fatherhood, rampant feminism, and eerie coincidence. Glenn Close, in her film debut, plays Garp's formidable mother, and John Lithgow plays a transsexual ex-NFL player, and they both give impressive support, earning Oscar nominations and critics' laurels galore. So yeah, Glenn Close is phenomenal in the film. John Lithgow, another one of my favourite actors. You know, John Lithgow and Robin Williams, two of my favourite actors of all time in the same film. And John Lithgow, as this transsexual character, was so affecting to me. I just found his performance so sweet, and the film just, I was just so ready for a film like this when I watched it. It was just what I needed at the time. It's a very deep film in a lot of ways. It's a fun film in a lot of ways, and you see this character grow up from high school to being a family man and all the things that goes on in his life. And one of the quotes that I'll probably paraphrase here and not get completely correct because I've only seen the film twice, but it stayed with me so much, was a line that Glenn Close's character says in the film when she's talking to her son Garp, and she's being very brutally honest to him about the nature of mortality. And she says, you know, I'm going to die one day, and you're going to die one day too. We're all going to die, but we also have a life, and it can be a real adventure having a life. And that was just what I needed to hear at the time. And yeah, I love this film so much. I'm really happy to have it on Blu-ray finally. Right, two films I have no history with whatsoever, so I can kind of blast through this. And two Digibooks, which is always nice to add some of those into the collection. I really like Digibooks, don't have that many of them. We'll go with this one first. It's a silent film that's in the book 1,001 Movies You Must See Before You Die. It is called The Big Parade, directed by King Vidor, I believe. Yeah, and King Vidor, I've seen one of his films from the silent era, The Crowd, which was an excellent film. So I'm looking forward to this. The cover kind of reminds me of the first Academy Award Best Picture winner, Wings. But hopefully, you know, I don't get kind of too clouded with that, because Wings is an incredible film and I don't want to kind of have lofty expectations of this, but apparently this is a very good film. Obviously it's a war movie, you see some kind of war planes there, and got a soldier on the front cover. Otherwise I know nothing about the film. 64-page book. These Digibooks, and I have opened the packages already, have come a little bit damaged, kind of the corners are bent and stuff. I'll open this one up and take a look at the inside pages and everything. But again, I'm trying to move away from really caring about Blu-ray damage that much these days. So we have this removable backing card with some of the lovely glue that adorns many of the steelbooks and digibooks that we purchase. Thankfully this glue came off pretty easily, and there's no marks on the back of the digibook, which is nice. On the back we just have a cast listing for the movie with a red background. So yeah, some of the ends are kind of dinged and stuff, but you can actually bend them back into place. It's not too bad. So there we go, The Big Parade. Let's take a look inside. We have the movie. Oh, that's really nice. We have the disc with some of the poster artwork from the movie. That's really nice and colourful and bright. Get a shot without the glare. Pop the disc back in. So yeah, big fan of the silent era, obviously. Oh, that's really cool. This seems to be like one of the original programs from when the film was released, with some nice kind of pictures and things like that. Profiles on the actors and the director. So yeah, 64 pages, so we've got some cool stuff in there. Info about the film, information on the actors, the director, So very nice release. Looking forward to checking it out. And then finally we have a film that I've wanted to see for quite a while, as I've delved more into the career of the director of this film and the star of this film. And again, the digibook is slightly damaged and chipped away. I can see some of the silver kind of base layer of the digibook underneath the paint chips, unfortunately. But this was so cheap. This was like 11 bucks, so about, you know, 9 quid maybe, something like that. And this is a classic movie. You know, apparently the transfer is very good. It has a feature-length documentary on the director. Loads of special features, a commentary, so yeah, it might be a little bit damaged on the corners and stuff, but the kind of bang for buck is pretty good on this one. It is the 75th anniversary Digibook edition of Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. starring the one and only James Stewart, who, again, in every film I see him in, he's just great. From, you know, early on in something like Destry Rides Again to the classics, you know, It's a Wonderful Life, Rear Window, Vertigo, The Man from Laramie. Every film I see him in, Flight of the Phoenix, I'm just so impressed, and I just really am a big fan of James Stewart, so looking forward to watching another one of his classic films. And Frank Capra directed this, the same director as It's a Wonderful Life. And as I said, it has a feature-length documentary on Frank Capra, as far as I'm aware. There's a digital copy of the film. There's the disc and the inside of the disc compartment. We have a, oh, that's quite cool, we have a before and after restoration picture showing you some of the damage that was removed for the Blu-ray release. I don't think there's as many pages as the big parade, but we have some nice, I was going to say full colour, I was going to say full spread black and white images of the movie. I don't know much about it, you know, I've always heard it, I've heard the title spoofed a lot. So-and-so goes to Washington, Mr. So-and-so. Oh, Jean Arthur's in this, that's pretty cool. And it has her filmography as well, or her key credit list. Recently saw her in Only Angels Have Wings, and I enjoyed her in that, so looking forward to seeing her in this one, alongside James Stewart. So there we go, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Let me know if you've seen this, or any of the films that I've shown in this very long video. And yeah, quite a nice stack of new Blu-rays to add to the collection. Digibooks, a Steelbook, and a non-Blu-ray. There you go. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. With my ongoing Marvel Cinematic Unis? I'll leave that one in, the Marvel Cinematic Unis.
He's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you, 'cause